Hi, this is Larry Greenblatt. I'm very excited. I just finally finished an early build of an appliance I've been promising my students for many years. So I show a lot of different tools in my class, and particularly Wireshark more than anything, but especially with PKI and federated identity management and API hacking and all kinds of stuff going on in cloud computing and supply chain management issues. I think it's especially a good time to show people um, uh, how XF509 certificates work and give you the tools so you can play with them at home. So I show these things in my class anyway. So again, I use Wireshark as a passive reconnaissance tool to display SSL handshakes, grab certificates, at least in 1.2, you have to decrypt an SSL 1.3, which we do in my class, by the way. Nmap, though, is more active reconnaissance. So in a handshake, the client says, hello, this is what I can do, but I don't know what the server can do other than the server says, all right, we'll do this. But with Nmap, I can actively ask the server, what else can you do, right? Kleopatra is an open PGP GUI that allows you to create asymmetric key pairs for just your own use PGP, but you could also create a certificate request in the X.509 format, get a federated ID or whatever, but then you need an X or a CA to sign that, and that's what XCA is. And you could do just about anything with that one. Certificates and all this, it's an identity management tool. It's not, necessarily there to, I mean, it could be used to make sure that only Bob gets the key to the safe, sure. And it is, it's not the key to the safe, but you got to make sure that if we say he's Bob and only Bob's supposed to get the key, how do I know he's Bob? But most of the time, I think it's more important just to know that he is Bob. And that's what these certificates are for. That's what X.Cyber. So again, it's an identity management thing, and it's a big problem on the internet. I'm sure you've noticed it, but it's I heard a statistic today that it's not just users, of course. We know it's APIs, but one statistic I heard today was that over 80% of all the conversations are APIs. And is that really Dropbox, right? Is that really whatever Octave? Is that really SolarWinds? So that's what we need to know. And these tools are here to help us display it. And again, we're here to make everything better. The common good. That's what we do as a CISSP. And the CISSP, I'm a Star Trek fan. We protect the Federation. That's what Federated ID is. That's what the ISO is. They're like the Federation, and that's what X.509 is. It's a part of the X.500 standard name to validate that. So when you go to the ISO and they claim the X.500 name of ISO.org, it is their certificate that makes it reasonably certain, right? So that's the whole point. It's an ISO format. Oh, if you go back, you see I on the browser too in the thing, I keep up these things. For more on the actual format of the certificate and the latest, you go to the Internet Engineering Task Force and the RFC 5228 and some other things I left there for you. But yeah, an XF509 certificate is a public key that's been validated by, an ISO approved server. Otherwise, it's just public key could be used, PGP or something. And it's the first step in any development lifecycle. I don't care how strong your locks are. If you think I'm the boss, you'll give me the keys. I don't care how powerful your nuclear weapons and your drones are. If they think they work for me, so it's to be the most important thing in security. And so now when you download, you'll see the link to both the Fedora version, which I'm showing mostly here. It's my favorite Linux. It's a mandatory access control, defaults to a Clark Wilson, it also does Bell LaFashionable. But there's a lighter weight Mint. And the Mint is only requires 1 gig. The Fedora has 2 gigs. But Wireshark again, it can display the handshake, the algorithms and stuff. And here it's my new server, by the way. I just came up. It's a TLS 1.3, and so I had to decrypt this. So and we do that in my class. I show you how to decrypt a TLS handshake. Again, Nmap now has some great scripts to probe the server. So especially like the enum ciphers is really cool. SSL enum ciphers is really sweet. And then Cleopatra again, it let you create these asymmetric key pairs, RSA or elliptical curve, whatever. And then if you're just going to use it as a company ID, it's pretty good. It's PGP. But if you want to use it on the Federation, get the ISO approved, Cleopatra can't sign that. it creates a certificate request, right? So that's the whole point. You can create your X.509 key pair and then request that a certificate authority signs it. But this is just what a normal client does. So how could we be yeah, we could be a certificate authority. And on the checkbox, why don't you just click everything? What's this for? Everything. I can drive any vehicle I want. And if anybody's paid attention to some of the big hacks over the last couple of years, there was a couple of them this year. The Microsoft Active Directory certificate service golden certificate hack. So anyway, yeah, we get to see how that all works. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Well, I hope that brings something to your eyes and makes it a little easier. I'm a visual learner. The Griffix operating system does come. Operating system, but you're really selling it, Larry. It's a virtual appliance made before tools. Anyway, yeah, it comes with the CISSP, which you can get for $99.90. That's the pre-recorded class. But I hear that these annual memberships are awesome, man. It's some of the best deals, and that includes. And I run a class pretty much every month. I'll run three of CISSP's three cloud classes, and it's also CCSK. And then these are combined too. So day 4, I do a CISM practice exam, and day 5, it's all serious practice exam, but the same first 3 days. Anyway, cool, cool, cool. I hope that helps somebody. I hope you buy something in my store, and I hope you all live long and prosper.